Hello, everyone. Hope we're doing well and welcome back. Today is August 19th, and this is your weekly No Fluff Limited Update. Pulling data straight from 17 lands, except this week we're going to be giving you the top 5 commons in each color pair. So we'll be looking at 5 color pairs this week and then 5 remaining color pairs next week. This is the weekly top 5. Let's get to it. All right, let us start off with blue-white. Blue-white has a win rate of 55.5% for this color pair, and its number 1 common is Cryogen Relic, the all-star MVP of the format. This is an artifact for 1 in a blue that when it enters or leaves, you draw a card. Also has an activated ability of 1 in a blue. You can sacrifice this and put up to 1 stun counter on 1 target tapped creature. And then at number 2, we have Banishing Light. Banishing Light, of course, is your bread and butter removal. Banishing Light has a game in hand win rate of 58.7% and just takes care of what you need to. If it's a threat, if it's an enchantment, whatever you need, this will deal with it. Be careful of getting blown out here by green instant speed enchantment removal. Moving on to number 3, Night Luminary. For 3 and a white, you get a 3/2 and a 1/1 body. You can also warp it for 1 and a white and get a 1/1 and then cast it at a later turn. Number 4, we have Focus Fire. Focus Fire has a game in hand win rate of 57.5%, and it deals 2 plus number of creatures and or spacecraft you control. It's 1 white for an instant, and the target has to be attacking or blocking. And then a little bit of surprise at number 5 is Wormwall Sweeper. This card has indeed found a home, and it is at white-blue. This is 2 mana for a spacecraft, ETB Surveil 2, and then once it has 4 counters on it, you get this thing to become a 2/2. It has a game-in-hand win rate of 56.8% in blue-white, and it fits nicely into the theme of what blue-white is trying to do. It can tap things down if you want to tap your creatures on your turn. It attacks as early as turn 3 as a flying creature. So don't sleep on this card inside blue-white. It does fit into any other deck should you need it as a 2-drop, but nonetheless, it seems to have found its home in blue-white. Alright, moving on to white-black. A little higher win rate here, 56%. And jumping up to the number 1 spot is Night Luminary at a whopping 59.4% game in hand win rate. This card does work in white-black. I feel as if my white-black decks want to go wide. I feel as if they want to add to the board, and this card does that. Night Luminary, 3 and a white for a 3/2 and a 1/1 body, and it also has Warp for 1 and a black to warp in for a turn and get that 1/1. At number 2 is still Banishing Light at 58.8%. Deals with it whatever you need to deal with. Pesky enchantment, pesky creature, this will hit it. Banishing Light at a 58.8% game in hand win rate. Number 3 is Perigi Beckoner, 57.9% game in hand win rate. 4 and a black for a 4/5 body. Warp also for 1 and a black. And on ETB, this gives something +2/+0 until end of turn. And when it dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. You can just make some really unfortunate attacks or pressure for your opponent. Make them not want to block due to the fact that it's coming back if it dies. It just pushes a ton of damage, which is exactly what white-black wants to do. At number 4, we have Virus Beetle, 57.4%. Efficient, 2 for 1. Good sacrifice fodder, does a lot of work. And finally, at number 5, Gravpack Monoist, 57.4% game in hand win rate as well. It's a 3 mana, 2 power flyer that when it dies, you get a 2/2 body. So for what you pay for, a ton of stats. Okay, moving into Boros, one of the lower win rates of the color pairs at 53.5%. Moving into number 1 here is Banishing Light, 55.9% game in hand win rate. For all the same reasons that we've mentioned before, it's good here as well. Additional removal, moving into number 2, Orbital Plunge at 55.2%. Orbital Plunge is sort of like a built-in 2 for 1. 3 and a red for a sorcery, deal 6 And then if excess damage was dealt, you get a lander token. Don't be afraid to splash this as well, y'all. Night Luminary tied at 55.2%. 3 and a white for the 3/2 body that tags along a 1/1 with it, and you can warp it for 1 and a 2. Kov Landseeker, same kind of thought process here as a mini built-in 2 for 1. 3 in a red for a menace creature that ETB gives you a lander token that you have until the end of your next turn to cash in on. 4/3 worth of stats. And then at number 5, we have Focus Fire, 54.8%. Your efficient, cheap removal. Again, Focus Fire is 1 white for an instant that deals 2 plus the number of creatures and or spacecraft you control. Okay, white-green next. White-green has a win rate of 55.9% within the color pairs. And at number 1, you've heard it, Banishing Light, 58.4% game in hand win rate. Deals with whatever you need to deal with. At number 2, Galactic Wayfarer. Galactic Wayfarer is 2 and a green for a 3/3 body creature that on ETB gives you a lander token. Does exactly what you want to do, which is efficient stats, fixes you, ramps you, gives you 2 pieces of cardboard. Excellent, excellent card. Do not sleep on this card. Galactic Wayfarer has a win rate of 57.7%. Also at 57.7%, at number 3 is Focus Fire. Efficient removal, kills what you need to kill. There's going to be scenarios where it's not good, but most of the time you're happy with this in your hand. The prerequisite for this is have creatures in your deck. At number 4, we have Biosynthetic Burst, 57.5% game in hand win rate. 1 and a green for an instant that puts a counter on something. It gains reach, trample, and indestructible. And you untap it. Ton of stuff for 2 mana. And our boy at number 5, one of my favorite cards of the set, Gene Pollinator. It costs a green for a 1/2 body artifact creature, and it has tap and untap permanent you control, add 1 mana of any color. And to wrap it up with blue-black, blue-black is a little more controlling in this format. It has a 54.7% win rate among the color pairs. And you're going to see more controlling cards, not surprisingly. At number 1, we see Cryogen Relic at an whopping 60.4% win rate in blue-black. Number 2, Virus Beetle, 58.4%. 1/1 body, 2 for 1. You can sack it later on. Blue-black is also the spot where I think you're most likely to sacrifice this card. Number 3, Graph Pack Monoist, 57.6% win rate. If it trades with one of their creatures, you still get a 2/2. Excellent card in this deck. Depressurize Efficient Removal at instant speed, 57.4%. 1 in a black for an instant that gives target creature -3/-0 till end of turn, and if its power is 0 or less, destroy it. Then Selfcraft Mechan at 3 in a blue for a 3/4 artifact creature that on ATB you can sack an artifact. If you do, you put a counter on target creature and you draw a card. This creature has a 57.1% win rate. And that will do it for the weekly top 5. It's August 19th. If you liked what you see, please subscribe. And if the data changes, you'll see it here first. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.